Hello again, everyone. Deflect here, Firm but Fair Gaming. Season 4 is probably only a few weeks away, probably between 3 to 5 weeks. And I did a tank tier list already, so I'm going to do my predictions for the healer tier list. This is going to be for Mythic Plus, and this is going to be based on what I think is going to be best. Now, best is very subjective. I think there is going to be specs that are going to be really good that aren't going to be played. The popularity is going to be down, but I think there will be specs that will do some of the highest keys based on a couple factors. What am I going to be basing those on? Well, I'm going to be basing those on some easy factors, such as we base it on the tier set. Who got which tier set? Uh, Restoration Shaman. Tier set they got is Season 1. Preservation Evoker, Season 1. Holy Paladin, Season 2. Everyone else got this season. So there shouldn't be a dramatic amount of changes. Again, it will be based on not just popularity. This is popularity on healers in 20 pluses. As you can see, what is supposed to be the most OP healer in the game as a Mistweaver Monk isn't the most popular 20 or above. It is actually going to fall behind, possibly by the end of the season, to Holy Priest. So it might be in 4th place from 3rd. And that is supposed to be the best healer you can be in the game. So the meta is not the most popular. Weird enough. Now, getting into what I think will be the most popular. And again, if you want to pick any healer, you enjoy a certain healer, play that healer. All these healers are doing 30 pluses, far higher than probably most people are going to do, or far higher than most people are going to do. Not probably, that is just a statement. The top 0.1% get 30s in. So the vast majority of the game is played way below that. And what healer you enjoy, you'll have a better time playing it. So pick what you like. But this is going to be what I think the top ones are going to be. It is, and I had to go with this layout because I couldn't just find a healer one. It was a pain in the ass here. So we'll start with Preservation Evoker. This got tier set season 1. I played Pres Evoker in Raid and M Plus in season 1. Sort of version tier set. I didn't like it. I think it's dog shit compared to season 2. Season 2 was phenomenal. Love the season 2 tier set. Although I lost the vote, didn't get it. Now, the popularity right now of Evoker is down in the dumpster. It is doing the lowest keys out of everybody. It's still a good healer. It just the range limitation and the fact a lot of the dungeons are going to require some spread is going to put preservation down in C tier. Unfortunately, the tier set with the reversions helps it a little bit for spread, but you can't put a nice hot on like you could with Spirit Bloom. I just think with the spread, it's going to be a big issue pushing the highest ones you can. It's not an OP healer by any means. It does very well, but due to the dungeons and the tier set, I believe it is going to be C tier. Getting on to Resto Druid. Resto Druid is the most popular healer right now. It is also the highest IO healer right now, I believe. Top keys are done with mostly Mistweaver Monk or Druid. There is sprinkled in some Resto Shaman and some Disc Priest. Disc Priest is actually, it's weird that it only has a couple on the front page. And all these ones you see blank have actually been done without a healer. They've 4 DPS'd it. That's why there's a blank here. They've done it with an Aug Evoker and then 3 of the healing classes. So Balance Druid off heals, Shadow Priest off heals, Augment off heals, and Fire Mage is just very self-sustained. So that's why that's done. It's only ever done in 2 keys, Tall and Blackrook, but that's why there is some blank on Raider IO. Now, I believe Resto Druid is going to be very good again. It's getting this tier set back. Having more secondary is never hurts a Druid, so I believe it is going to do also the highest keys again because it does have the cat weaving and with the the summoning the tree ants really helps it do some healing while it's actually still cat weaving. So I believe it will be doing the top keys. The throughput is amazing. The damage is amazing. And I think it will be there. Now, the popularity will also be in Druid, so I believe it will do very well. Disc Priest. Disc Priest is very popular, second most popular healer. It is doing extremely well. It is also getting this season's tier set. So, tier set number 3, season 3, same with Holy. Holy's been making a crazy push. Now, this is M+, so I'm not going to take Raid into the factor, but it has made a crazy, crazy push on Holy Priest for Raid, but and M+. So it is catching up to everybody. I think Disc, though, is going to do very well. I foresee, and this is just, it's nothing against Disc, because Disc has some ramp time and it's a little different. And I think with the rework, I think it's going to be A tier. And my prediction is you're going to see these flop for next season. The Disc Priests are going to flop over to Holy. Holy's going to then come over top and do the number 1 for Priest. That's my prediction. And just to not ruin it, we're just going to put Holy. I know it's a crazy prediction. Crazy from where Holy Priest was to where Holy Priest is going. I believe next season Holy Priest is going to be in S tier. I don't want to wreck it because they'll do both priests, but yeah, I think Disc is going to flip down a little bit. Holy's going to flip up. You can do a lot of damage with Holy right now. It's crazy amounts of damage. As you can see in the Mythic Plus. Now this hasn't been updated fully because Holy Priest got a rework, and this is taking logs, so it will take some time to funnel up. But the healing is almost the same, and they are catching up very quickly in DPS. And in Raid, you can see they're some of the top healing again. Now, their DPS in Raid is dog shit, but most people's is, because who cares about, healer damage in Raid unless you're progressing Mythic. So I think, Holy Priest is going to go S. Disc is going to drop to A. That is my prediction for what's going to happen. Now, that Holy Paladin, I don't think it's going to be overly fantastic. It's still a good spec. It still has a lot of good things for it. I just don't think it's at the level that the others are at. I believe Holy Paladin is going to be in B tier. It's going to be doing fine for Holy Paladin. It does okay. It's just, I don't think it's going to compete with the others in throughput level. It does bring some neat things with SAC and all the Paladin utility, but I still think it will be B tier for it. Getting into Resto Shaman. Resto Shaman has made a huge climb. It is doing really well. It's getting season 2 tier set. If this was combining Raid and M+, it would be A for sure. It does huge healing in Raid. And chain heals and smart heals, so it heals targets that are damaged. I don't know if it's going to go low A or high B. It's doing very good keys right now. Like Resto Shamans are 8% of the popularity, but if you look at the spec itself, it's doing 32s, so it's way up there. 39.15. It's marginally below it's above Holy Priest, above Holy Priest, and it's not that far off Mistweaver. So 39.18 and you're 39.44. It's very, very close. I do believe it's gonna be I'm in between. It's gonna be either A or B, high B, low A, somewhere in there. And the only real reason we're gonna put it in A. You know what? We'll put it in A. I think it does have that much gap over Holy Paladin, because if you can see now, Holy Paladin is doing it's 3,800. It's on the lower end of the scale, and Shamans right now are pumping at 39.15. So I'll put it in A. A for next season for the Shaman. It will still do great. And again, it's doing tremendous now. So Definitely an A spec for the future. The one that I believe in popularity, Mistweaver is going to drop. It's going to drop off. I wholeheartedly believe that again. And it's supposed to be the top healer right now, the best you can be. And again, it's in third for popularity. But if you look at every other season, look at it, 4.5%. It took it to be OP for people to actually play it. I don't understand. I'm going to be playing it. I enjoy Mistweaver. Mistweaver is my favorite healer. Just the fist weaving aspect to it is my favorite. But it literally took it to be OP to even be competitive. It is not the top healer, and it is the best healer. Sorry, it's not the most popular healer, but it is the best healer by numbers. So that is how crazy it is, and I wholeheartedly believe it's going to fall right off in popularity. I think it's still going to be tremendous healer. I think it will do very well. It should be A plus, but based on popularity and how much people are going to play it, I honestly think you're not going to see the same numbers, and that's due to the same key levels, and that's due to the fact people are going to be playing other specs. So it's going to drop from top of S tier to bottom A because you're not going to see the same elite players playing the Mistweaver Monk to give it those top end keys to really push it up there. They're going to switch to probably Druid or Holy Priest is my prediction for Season 4. And I think you're going to see the key levels of the Mistweaver Monk drop dramatically, even though the spec itself isn't losing out. So that is my prediction. It's going to drop just from the lack of top end players playing it. But it should be, again, it will be a very good spec. It should be up here if top end players will continue with it, but it will, my prediction is, be down here for keys because they will not be playing it. That's my prediction for Season 4. If you have any questions, leave a comment below. Like, share, subscribe. Deflect, Firm and Fair Gaming. We'll see you in the next video.